Welcome to Operations Nostalgic Review. My name is Andrew, and today I'll be going over Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. In this series, I play through each game and then give my honest opinion on it. It's certainly not an actual review, but a fun nostalgic trip down memory lane. If you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It is much appreciated. If you're like me, then you grew up watching Scooby-Doo in all of its movies, like every one of them. Even the old classic ones with Batman and even Don Knotts. Cyber Chase is one of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies of all time though. Well, I just love all of them really. Except the new IRL live action ones, they are kind of, well, gross. I mean, look at it.
I have a question for God. Why?
Anyway, so when I got this game back when I was like 5 or something, I was like, no way, they made a game from the movie? I didn't even know they made Scooby-Doo games. Now you would think this game would be for kids, right? Well, wrong, sadly. This game is so tough, it's like the Dark Souls of kids games. I never once had beat this game until I had to record this video. It's so painful, but through thick and thin, there is a type of nostalgia. The game is literally based on the movie. It has a total of 7 stages and 3 levels within each stage. First it sends you to classic Japan, then ancient Rome, then Arctic Circle, then prehistoric jungle, then the big city, then Egypt, and finally the amusement park. I managed to beat this game in exactly 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 10 seconds. Short and sweet as they say, right? The gameplay is okay though, it's not bad, nor is it good. Somehow people die when getting hit with a pie. A sumo wrestler? Dead. A samurai master? Dead. And what about a ninja? Dead. What about a lion that was fed someone's husband? Well, I mean, yeah, dead too. I mean, what about the cutscenes? Well, there are only 2 cutscenes in this game. One at the beginning and, well, one at the end. But wait, hold on. Is that an iPhone you got there, Fred? One thing I find interesting is on the back of the case description, it reads, well, Scooby-Doo, trademark, and the gang have been beamed into cyberspace and they are not alone. The crafty virus is up to his old tricks and has a variety of dastardly villains at his disposal. Help the Scooby Gang search for clues, fend off spooky villains, and maybe even unmask the Phantom Virus. What I find funny is that the Phantom Virus is quite literally a virus. He has no mask to unmask. But instead, at the end of the game, you suck him up like in Ghostbusters, but of course without hitting him 3 times with pie. You simply can't forget about the pie. Classic Japan is the first stage in our adventure. Something I find kind of funny is when you destroy a box in the level, it will give you a hamburger. Yep, a hamburger in classic Japan. So right off the bat, you can tell you really can't take this game serious. But that's okay because again, it's a Scooby-Doo game made off of a movie and was for the PS1 console. The boss battle for the first stage is quite easy, very basic, but good.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Ancient Rome was so tough when I was a kid. I always had a difficult time with the jumping and the platforming, but now I realize I just simply sucked. I do have to say that the environments look great. That goes for all the levels and stages. Pretty solid artwork and modeling too. The boss level for the stage is kinda simple, just have to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. The Arctic Circle was pretty interesting and a good change of pace. In the first level I was too scared to kill any of the penguins or seals and just ran right past them. Gotta think of the turtles. The second level gives you a bobsled to change up the gameplay a bit, which I like a lot. The boss battle for this stage is the first boss battle against the Phantom Virus. But truly remember, 3 pies and they're out of there. I also think I found my new favorite animation. Prehistoric jungle brings you to the 4th stage in the game. One thing I can tell you though is that the blue water dinos suck. The boss for this level is pretty cool though. It has you dodge falling boulders from the ceiling, and then after that you have to dodge the T-Rex himself and wait for the part where you can throw your pies at him. This boss fight might feel very reminiscent to the Gladiator boss fight because it uses the same boss logic. The big city brings you a taste of Tony Hawk's downhill jam, if I'm being honest. I never could get past this stage when I was younger. I'd always run out of lives and not have the patience to finish it. The level design and art style is pretty cool in this stage, I do like it. Still find the guys that infinitely dance quite funny. The next level in this stage is just an infinite hallway with some factory stuff too. That never made sense to me. The boss fight is way better than any of the other boss fights. It makes it a bit more challenging by making you adapt to the situation and by changing up the pace a bit. I also think this is a more traditional boss fight, and it just seems to flow better. Egypt. I hate this stage. The only good thing about this stage is the boss battle at the end. That's the only enjoyable thing about this stage. Let's just move on. This stage is probably one of the best ones. It's the longest stage out of all of them. The bad thing though is that the enemies are pretty bad. They just go on rails and walk right by you. I guess that's every enemy though. I do find the knights funny. They just go all stabby stab stab stab. The graphics and lighting in this stage is the best out of all the stages, in my opinion. The boss fight for the stage is the final boss fight of the game. You go up against the Phantom Virus himself. As Shaggy's dog, you only need to use 2% of your power to win this fight.
NANI?!
No, actually this boss fight is like actual Dark Souls. No matter what you do, you can't dodge his final form. It's impossible. The only thing you can do is not get hit during the first two stages of the battle, just so you have enough health to get to the end and hopefully hit him with your pie. I was on this boss fight for way longer than even I want to admit. But dang, how'd they seriously think a 6-year-old was going to beat this? But anyways, that's going to wrap up this operation. Hope you guys enjoyed this nostalgic review. If so, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel and enjoy my content. I don't plan to stop, and I will always be working on an operation. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.